Hey y'all, this is Peggy here at Madison Creek Farms, and today we are going to be making pesto. Get ready. Summer and pesto, oh my gosh, they go together because, why? Because the pesto is made with the herb basil. And you can make pesto with a lot of different things, a lot of different greens, but today we're doing basil. And one of the most amazing parts about basil is we have so much of it here on the farm, and you have a lot of it in your farm box. So I want to just give you a really fun, easy way to make your own pesto. Now, pine nuts are usually the nut that goes into pesto, but pine nuts are really expensive, so we're substituting for walnuts. So today I'm going to show you how to do this roasted walnut pesto. So I have my little eye here, up here at the pavilion, going, and I have my pan really hot because I'm going to toast these nuts real quick. This is just probably a little bit of a third of a cup of walnuts, and we're just going to let them toast. And what's going to happen with this eye on really high is the walnuts are going to start releasing their oil, and you're going to start smelling them. And then when you do, you just keep giving them a stir. It doesn't take but just a minute to really roast these walnuts up really nice. But what it really does inside that pesto is it gives it that roasted flavor as well. You can really taste the nuts of the walnuts, the nuts of the walnuts. Anyway, so while we're doing that, while we're getting these nuts toasted up here, let's start on the basil. Now, a lot of times basil is one of those herbs that just can get out from under you. It can really grow really fast, especially while it's been so hot. So what you'll find is when it starts to bolt is this flower, which is okay because they look really pretty in flower bouquets. But what you can do, let me just show you here, is you just start picking the leaves off all around that flower stem, because you really only want the leaves when you're doing pesto. So you just pick these leaves off just like that. You just go ahead and just rip them off. Now I've already washed my basil really well, so it's ready to go. And all I'm doing is just, taking leaves off of it. It's so easy, and it smells so good. My husband everything has some sort of basil, garlic. He just loves it. That's the Italian in him. But it's funny because I never really had a lot of fresh herbs, basil growing up. We just didn't eat a lot of that. I never cooked with wine. So it wasn't until I got to where I was in my own kitchen and really cooking that I started experimenting with a lot of different things. So this is how your pesto is going to look. Now this is a lot of basil, but I'm going to freeze some of it. I'm not going to use all of this for this pesto right now, but it's already washed. You just want to get it off these stems. It's the leaves that you want. Just keep kind of toasting up these walnuts, and now they're starting to get a little brown, and I can start to really smell that the nuts are cooking, which is great. Now I bought this little Ninja food processor, little food processor thing not too long ago. I've never used it, so today is my first time using it. So if I make a mistake, I'm going to edit this video. Why are you looking at me like that, Echo? I'm going to edit the video if I mess this up. Anyway, so here we go. Just let those cook. So pesto, one of the main ingredients is olive oil, so you want to really use a good olive oil, and I like the Urban Market, and so we bought some really great olive oil there, and it is my favorite to use with pesto. It's got this really bright olive oil taste to it, because olive oil has a date on it, by the way, so it can expire, so you want to check that and make sure that you have really good olive oil when you're cooking. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw some of this basil in here. I'm just bunching it up. I'm just going to bunch it up just like that. And I'm going to stuff it in here. It's kind of dangerous working over this hot eye here. Just stuffing it in here because I'm just going to give it a little bit of a turn in this on my Ninja. Alright. See what it's doing here? Just chopping it up for me. That's all I want it to do, is just chop that up for me. And then I'm going to add a little bit more. Alright, my nuts are done. It didn't sound right, but oh well. Oh well. Okay. Here we go again. Oh, this goes on first. And this goes on. Right? Up. See? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Okay. Boy, I'll tell you what. They make it just look so easy, don't they? Anyway, this thing has to go on just right. Take some muscle too. So this is what you're looking at. This is kind of grinding those basil leaves up. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. So I'm gonna add just the rest of this in here, or some more of this in here, because I'm gonna get a little bit more. Now, if I had my food processor down here, or up here at the pavilion, then I would probably go ahead in just a minute and add olive oil as I'm doing this. So now I'm going to take this off here. Now in that, I'm going to add some garlic. Everybody knows that my husband likes the garlic, and garlic really is part of the traditional pesto recipe, because pesto, actually basil in particularly, really does well with garlic. I'm going to add some of our roasted nuts. It's just some roasted walnuts in here. Pour them all over the place. There you go. All right, let's get those in here, and I'm going to also add to that a little bit of Parmesan Reggiano cheese right in there. And this is probably maybe a fourth of a cup, maybe less. Oh, this lid goes on because, you know, gotta do it right. All right, get that a little. All right, now it's gonna start getting the olive oil. So now I'm gonna start emulsifying it, is what they call it. So liquefying. So now I'm gonna add some salt, some pepper, and this is I like to use kind of the coarse pepper, and I'm also going to add about I'm just going to say just a little bit of lemon juice, just to brighten it up, just some acidity. Put our top back on here. I'm going to mix that up. The reason I'm knocking it like that is I'm trying to get everything off those edges. All right, now I'm going to start pouring olive oil. Now, in the perfect situation, if we were doing a perfect, wonderful demo of this, olive oil would be poured in as I am working the processor, because that's how you get it really mixed together. But this little Ninja, no, let me do it. So, you work with what you got, people. You work with what you got. Oh yeah, baby. A little bit more. And what you want is you want to put enough oil in here to where really it just makes this nice creamy texture. And just exactly. There you go. Presto, it's pesto. let's check. A little more olive oil. Yes, it does. It takes a lot of olive oil. And you know, pesto, when you go to the store, you'll notice pesto is expensive. And what's really kind of sad about it is that it's probably not very fresh. So if you've tried pesto from a jar at the store, chances are you're not really having very good pesto. But pesto takes a lot of oil, a lot of olive oil, which is one of the reasons, and pine nuts. It makes it kind of expensive, but if you make it on your own and you take out a few of those things, it's incredible, and you can freeze it. Just when you get through here, throw it in a ice cube tray, stick it in there, and then put it in a freezer bag once it's frozen, and you are done. So you can take it out and thaw it out. You can throw it in, you know, your pasta, your sauces, all of that kind of stuff. Oh my goodness, it's really turning out gorgeous. All right, so I'm going to take this pesto out and I'm going to plate it, and then when I come back after stopping this video, I'm going to show you what it looks like, and I'm going to get to taste it. Okay, so I finished the pesto, and now I'm just going to finish it off with some additional olive oil. So let me tell you, if you're just going to put this in the refrigerator, then you want to put a little olive oil on top. It will keep your pesto from kind of browning on top, but just a drizzle on top. This and this is your pesto. Look how beautiful. Can you see? I hope you can see that. It's so hard to be the camera operator. Anyway, delicious. So for me tonight is I'm going to throw on a little bit of pasta, and I'm just going to mix this pesto into that warm pasta, a nice salad, some hard bread, and call it a night. Because you know what? It's summertime, and summertime means a lot of pesto. So if you want this recipe for this pesto, oh, and let me just tell you one other thing. Basil's not the only thing that you can make pesto with. You can do exactly what I just did with kale, with arugula, with spinach. There are so many greens that you can make pesto out of. So, you know, try a lot of them. Try different nut combinations, and if you don't like garlic, don't use garlic. So, you know, you can try all kinds of different things, make it your own. That's the fun about cooking, really, and experimenting. But this is Peggy's pesto. Peggy's pesto at the Pavilion. Say that 3 times fast.